Probably the most frequently asked question of copyright lawyers is, what about fair use? Fair use is something that everybody's heard of and that most people don't quite understand what it is. They get fooled by the fact that it's two common words, fair use. I must be able to tell what it is just by the nature of the words. As people who've had some experience with law will tell you, though, lawyers like to take common words and make them more complicated. That's the case with fair use, too. Fair use is the idea that a copyright holder shouldn't be entitled to absolute governance of his or her own works, but that there's some right in copyright users and in society to make use of a work even if it maybe impinges a little on the rights of the copyright holder. Fair use was designed by U.S. courts and eventually by the U.S. Congress to create some kind of a balance between the rights of the copyright holder and, if you will, the rights and privileges of a copyright user and society in general. Under the current Copyright Act, there are four factors, non-exclusive, because you can think of some other. If you can think of some others that apply, you can use those too. But four factors that are supposed to help make an analysis of whether a particular use is a fair use. This is analysis that a court is going to have to make if you get to court, or it's made by you or by your lawyer when you analyze whether the use that you want to make is fair. The first fair use factor is the purpose and nature of the use that's proposed to be made. That is it an academic use? Is it a personal use? Is it a commercial use? That's going to be part of the analysis. The second factor is what's the nature of the work being used. A piece of fiction is going to be given more protection against fair use than a work of fact. The third fair use factor is the amount and substantiality of the use that's going to be made. That is, the more you use, the less likely it's fair use. The more important what you use to the original work, the less likely that it's fair use. And the fourth fair use factor is the the effect on the potential market for the copyrighted work. That is, are you about to do for free that which the Copyright Act says that the rights holder should be entitled to be paid for? What do you do with these four factors? You have to evaluate each of them, both separately and together, in order to try and make a judgment as to whether the use that's being made is fair. There's 150 years of case law about this, and thousands of these decisions are made by people who have to think about it every day. It's not easy, but it's interesting, and it's a great reason that it's the most frequently asked question that I can think of in copyright law.